a bunch of coaches this morning also, and I'm hearing kind of the same thing. Okay, so this is the way the conversation goes: is, hey, how are you doing? How are things going? And they're like, well, it's summer, so it's kind of hard. And people, I find out people say they'd like to lose weight, and then they, it's kind of weird. I have myself playing all over the office, and this is all, okay. So, it's summer, so it's kind of hard, and I don't, so people say, I'd like to lose 10 or 15 pounds, and then, I talk to them about our programs and the special and 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme and 22-minute hardcore, and I say all these great things about Shakeology, and they're like, oh yeah, I should do that sometime. And then I say, well, why don't you start now? And they're like, no, I didn't mean right now. And or they say it's not affordable, or whatever sort of excuses. And then I say, literally, this is the conversation that I have with coach after coach after coach. Okay, what do you say after that? And the answer is, well, I say, okay, great. Let me take your information down. It'd be really great if you started now. There's a money back guarantee, but I want you to do it when it's comfortable for you. And I say, and then what do you say? And then I say, thanks, we'll talk later. And I was like, well, that's where you go wrong. That's where most people go wrong. The next thing that you say is, you're doing this now. And then they'll be like, what? That's rude. Or, whatever. Be like, no, you just said you want to lose 10 or 15 pounds. Like, you want to get, like, I don't understand. Or do you wait to water your lawn until it's totally brown and dead? Or do you take care of it every day because you want it to look great every day? You take care of it every day. You just said your body, you want to lose weight, which is not just on the outside. It doesn't have to be about the muffin top or six pack and all that stuff, but the fat that you see on this exterior is actually also reflected on your organs internally with how your body metabolizes nutrition. And like all this stuff is gummed up by this extra weight. So, or if somebody, there's the whole continuum of it, right? It's like some people are underweight. They're eating disorders, or they don't eat enough or whatever. They just need to get portion control and understand how to be healthy. But the point is, and the conversation that I have, and that I would love, if nothing else comes of this other than me saying, thank you guys for how hard you're working. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. It's like really a big deal, but I'll get to that in a second. But if there's nothing else that you get other than my gratitude, it's that in order for us to reach 10 million people, 50 million people, 200 million people, we have to stop being so friggin' nice about it. Once we know what somebody's goals are, we have to be the ones, like a good coach, and say, you're doing this. What? You're doing this. You just said you wanted to lose 10 or 15 pounds. Well, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't care. You're not ready to lose 10 or 15 pounds? No, I don't know if I'm ready to do the work. Okay, let's find out. We're not going to find out by thinking about it. So you just stop and you get people started and you say, you're doing this. That's the answer. And it's like really like coaches are doing all these strategies and let's talk about it. And is the right product mix? And is it too expensive? It's all BS. Like it's a $200 or less than a $200 decision. We're not buying a car here. We're not mortgaging a house. You're taking care of your body for less than $200. You're doing this. And if it doesn't work, you're getting your money back. Yeah. Like it just doesn't like, and when I talk to people, coaches are like, well, it can't really be that easy. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just that easy. You're doing this. Like that's the point. And that's what I hope your team comes away with. And I know you're doing great things. You won the challenge pack contest that day, but here's what's surprising about it. I think you won that day with maybe 3?
10 or 11, I think.
Was it 10 or 11 that day?
That day.
Okay. So some of the days people won this phone call by selling 4. That's pathetic. Like from my perspective, it should have been 20, 25 in order for this to happen. And that just means that, wait, something's off. I got over 400,000 coaches and 200 million people overweight or obese in the United States. And there's got to be that many parents who that those 400,000 people know who want to help inspire their kids to lead a healthy, fulfilling life. Surely there's that many people. Surely there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10,000 people a day in a country of 300 million that would like to start their transformation every day. So I go, wait a minute, what am I doing wrong? What are we messaging wrong? And I think perhaps we've started to think of this challenge pack as some like, Machu Picchu, like the ultimate thing. I'm going to make Success Club and I'm going to sell a challenge pack. Oh my God, I hope I can do that this month. It's so hard selling a challenge pack. It's like it's the biggest thing ever. And then people are like, I need to get a new iPhone. Like this one's got a stain on it. Like I just don't like it. It's not as light as I like. Whatever. They come up, they'll buy anything. So the point is, how passionate are we? How enthusiastic are we about motivating people to achieve the goal that they said they wanted to achieve? And then when they push back on Shakeology, how aggressive are we about saying, when's the last time you were in a drive-through at Starbucks and the line wrapped around the building for people to get a $5 cup of coffee and a $4 muffin? I don't know. What's the big deal? You can afford Shakeology. Most people, sure, some people can't, but most people can. The people with the means and the intelligence to want to take care of their body, like these are the customers that you want. The people with the means and the intelligence to go, I need to be healthy. I need to take care of myself. These are the people that you want as customers. And because they're going to, by the way, they're going to be the proof that the product works and they're going to help you perpetuate your business. They can afford Shakeology. And any argument that they say that they can't means that there's some other priority in their lives that they are putting above this objective that they have to lose weight or get in shape. And so that's the primary thing that I'm talking about now, that I tried to talk about yesterday, and that I hope your team walks away with, because it's like a really big deal. This is not a small thing. I was talking to a coach today, and it's funny, I don't want to out him, but so we're on the phone. I'm like, how are things going? It's like, oh, it's kind of slow. I'm really surprised my volume's down. And so while I'm talking to him, I go to his Facebook page, and it says, this is my office today. And it's him and his kids and his family on the beach. And I'm like, well, I think it's awesome that you're on the beach, and it's great. But just so you know, when it comes to business and transactions and making things happen, when you're on the beach, you can expect beach results. Like if Thomas Edison didn't go to the beach and think about inventing the light bulb. Like he was in the lab, it was dark, it was ugly, he worked 20 hours a day, and it was ridiculous. We're trying to end the trend of obesity. We're trying to change lifestyle, a lifestyle where people are eating everything. Like the fact that there is a hot dog eating contest, and this is a thing that we celebrate and go, shucks, isn't that neat? Hot dog eating contest. Good for you. I hope you win. I'm, next week I'm going to go to the heroin shooting contest, because that's going to be awesome. Let's see who can shoot the most and not die. So my point is, what are we celebrating, and why would we think that ending the trend of obesity and doing this incredibly challenging thing of helping people get healthy and fit, why would we ever think that that was going to be easy? Why would
Delivery.
the real thing? What is today? I think it's today 187, maybe 188.
Oh, I don't know. It's definitely up there.
Yeah, I think it's 188. I think that's what it is. 186 was July 4th. Yeah, so it's 188. Okay, so happy day 188. Oh my God. How could anybody not drink that every day? That is good for me? Right? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. in the midst of hard, it's got the opportunity to be a multi-billion-dollar payout for everybody on this call. The harder you work, I'm reading the biography of Elon Musk right now, and if you look at what this guy went through to create Tesla and his SpaceX rocket company, about how he basically ran through $200 million of his own money. And I haven't finished the book yet, so I'm not sure if it turns out good for him. But just to see just how hard this guy had to work, and how he had to ask employees to work 6-7 days, 20-hour days, and how unreasonable it was. I read last night about how one of his guys in the middle of of one of these rocket launches, he went home to be present for the birth of his kid. And Elon Musk sent him an email that said, "You've got to get your priorities straight." I'm not asking that. But the point is that there's proof out there that achieving something really hard that has never been done, something that's unprecedented, takes a lot of work. But the people who hang in there, who do the work, who show up for calls like this, who have the ability to say to somebody, look them in the eye and go, "You're doing this." What? Yeah, you just said you wanted to lose 10 or 15 pounds. 21-Day Fix is on special this month. 21-Day Fix Extreme is on special this month. 22-Minute Hardcore is on special. But that doesn't even matter because the whole thing, it's all cheap. Like Insanity, P90, like it's all cheap. It's ridiculous compared to a gym membership or a trainer. Like 1 or 2 trainer sessions. Go to SoulCycle 4 times, you've already spent what you spend on a challenge pack. It's incredibly efficient, and we have this peer support. And so you guys, being the change agents that have the courage to be able to say to somebody, "You've got a goal, I have the most efficient, proven way to achieve that goal," and you're doing it. And when they say, "Oh, that sounds expensive," you say, no. You know what's expensive? What's expensive are the teas and the wraps and the pills and the things that you put your money into that didn't work, that looked cheap because they were $19.95 or $39.95, and that sounds cheap. And they didn't work, and you threw them away, and you had another month of living unhealthy, and your self-esteem suffered. That's the most expensive product or program that you can possibly sell, which is why I'm so proud of our coaches, because this is the hard one. But being hard doesn't mean impossible, and being hard doesn't mean it's not meaningful. Hard stuff usually and often means that that's something that needs attention. Trying to solve global warming or improve the political process or whatever, hard. Help people end their own trend of obesity, or surrounded by pizza ads and hot dog eating contests, that's hard because it's very gratifying. So we're trying to Sorry, guys. My Wi-Fi went down. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You probably, I get cut off when I said hello.
No. No, you're back.
All right. So where did I lose you?
At the hot dog eating contest was the last thing I heard. I mean,
That's-
not the first time. You
Okay.
said it again.
All right. Okay. So we got about, I don't know, we got about 5 or 6 minutes left. Is there any question, anything you guys want to know? Anything we can do to work together better?
Yeah, so we're a newer team. I started last April, and so we have a lot of new coaches. We're 6-star qualifying right now, but we have a lot of really, really excited coaches and have a lot of potential. And I would just love to hear what you would have to say. I think a lot of times we talk about how distraction can be a thief, and just talking about how do you combat distraction, especially when you're a new coach. You're not maybe seeing the money come in like you want it to, not that it's about that, but it is a little bit harder to stay on track. So what would
Totally
you
get it. Okay, so I'm the CEO of a $1.3 billion company, okay? I have little notes and reminders all over my desk to keep me focused on what I need to do. So my point is, if it's hard for everybody, and that's what you need. You're not different in that you're going to be distracted. So you've got to find a way to keep your focus. So like, you can't see it here, and I don't feel like turning the thing around, but I have reminders and specific, what are my goals for the month and for the year right here. You can't see my board over there. You can sort of see I have a whiteboard here, which has the current specials. Like, I am surrounded. I don't have a pretty office. My office is like all whiteboards, okay? And there's even stuff on the other side of that whiteboard. So, like, I am constantly wiping off, what is the goal? What are my 4 main things that I'm focusing on right now? What are my 18-month goals, my 12-month goal, my 6-month goal? So that's what you have to do. I think, what's a real drag is the fact that this only costs $40 to get started, or I think the coach opportunity is free if you buy a challenge pack, right? So that's like a total head fake and does a complete injustice to the fact that there are people making millions of dollars a year with this stupid little idea that we had of being a coach without having to be a fitness or nutrition expert. Now, there's far more people making nothing with this because they just want to be discount coaches, or they don't take it seriously because it's so easy to blow it off. So this is where it comes down to, while there's a few special people that I know who have the opportunity to be superstars for me. I don't need 400,000 superstars. I need like 20,000 to 40,000 superstars, and we will completely change the world if I can find 20 to 40,000 superstars who are in this, who are like just animals about it, who have Post-it notes up. Like, when I brush my teeth, I am looking at 4 Post-it notes with my goals. Post-it notes in my fancy house. And I got Post-it notes all over the place because I just don't care about the fancy house. What I care about is the goal. So that's what I would say. In the midst of distractions, you gotta do the vital behaviors and track your vital behaviors. All 4 of them. Like, it's got to be something that you're relentless about. And when you wake up and as you're operating this, remember, it was really easy, and it's easy for everybody on your team to quit because it was so easy for them to start. Mm-hmm. So if you keep that in mind, that'll help you remember why you have to help people with accountability. So, like, if I was a coach, I would have a panel where I had a list of my coaches and what their why is. They want to put their kid through school. They want to pay off the house. They want to get their spouse to be able to work from home or not have to work at all, or they want to be a stay-at-home mom and be available for kids' things or whatever. I would have those whys listed because those people will forget what their why is, and they'll find a reason that it's summer, or I need to go get a job that has better cash flow, like I need to go or go to a network marketing company that's an easier sell, which usually many of those are what they call churn and burn companies. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in, bring them in, and people churn in and out because the foundational product is not as substantial for people as what we do, which means substantial is actually a harder sell. So on this concept or this question of distractions, it's part of your job as a coach to help people remember why they started. So you keep good records of why your coaches started and have it visible, and have another panel that is your challengers. And why are they doing the challenge? Why did they start 21 Day Fix? Why are they doing PIO? Why are they drinking Shakeology? How do they want to feel? And then you put that there, and then when they go, you know what, I don't know if this is for me, you go, wait, hold on a second. Oh, Miranda, I see. You said you wanted to be healthy and feel really good. What's the deal? Oh, you decided you didn't want to feel healthy and feel really good? What's up with you, Miranda? So you just happen to be right underneath my...
She's a rock star. She's a rock star.
So you know, that's what you do. So you hold people accountable to what they said. I just did a post where I had this hallway where I walk in. It's my own little hallway, and one day I was like annoyed at something, so I just wrote some motivational quotes, kind of like you think about like at Notre Dame or at, you know, college sports teams. They have like these hallways where they all hit the top of the wall, like, you know, let's go get them, you know. And so I have this hallway that's got all these. I just started to handwrite with these big fat markers that I have. Look at that thing. That's a monster. Okay, so I write on the wall. So I wrote this thing on the wall the other day. That what was that about? It was about pressure, and I was feeling a lot of pressure, and I wrote on there, it's just pressure, so handle it. And what I mean by that, what I meant by that for myself, for my own reminder, is that people are going to quit. People are going to feel like I'm letting them down. People are going to question why we make certain decisions at corporate, and all that is going to create pressure. And I'm just going to handle it every day, and I'm always going to handle it with this same intent of help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. If that is my intent every single day, help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. If that's the objective, instead of make as much money as possible, you know, I don't know, take the company public, be a famous CEO. Like, I just don't care about that stuff. I care about the consequences, the benefit of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. And with that, every morning I wake up and I don't have the distractions. I can keep focus, because that reminder of helping people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives and handling the pressure that comes with it is sort of my, what do you call it, my navigator. That I navigate on that, and I can handle the pressure then. So that's what it takes, and it's not easy, and I know that. And what I wanted to circle back around to in terms of you know, my gratitude is, I just know that you guys have other options. I know you can do other things, and I know you want to create wealth for you and your families, and that's totally fair. And you deserve that. And I'd like to be a party to that. But so the fact that you're doing this thing that's really hard, I'm incredibly grateful to you. And I don't do these calls or these videos that I put online for me or for the company. I do them with that same intent, and that's to help people achieve their goals to lead healthy, fulfilling lives. If I do that, I'm fulfilling my goal, my why. I said in the post, be careful when you tell me what your goal is, because I'm not going to let you out of it as easily as you'll let yourself out of it. So don't do it unless you really want to achieve that goal, because I'm going to grab you by the shirt collar and bang you against the desk until you get going with it. So, all right, Amber, I got to move on to my next call, but I sure do appreciate you putting this together.
Yes, thank you so much, Carl. We really appreciate it.
All right, so now out of this, you guys, good-looking group of people, by the way. You guys now, like, you're going to turn the computer off, or you're going to keep talking a little bit, but you're going to have this opportunity. There's going to be like this little moment where all of a sudden it's quiet in your little room, and you're like, oh, I'm by myself again. Here it is. Now what do I do? Oh, my paper clips are all tangled up. I better I'll get to business once. I need my paper clips to not be all tangled up. And I meant to buy tape. I need some new cellophane tape. I'll go to Amazon and get that. And I'm asking you to not do that. Let your paper clips be tangled. Let the dog bark for an extra 10 minutes. And I want you to see if you can find one person today and be relentless about helping that person achieve a goal. Again, go to my Facebook and see or Instagram and see what that post was. You find out what their goal is. That's the thing. Find out what their goal is, not what your goal is, and then line them up with a product. Do you really want to achieve that goal? You want to do it for real this time and not waste your time and money. Okay, that's your goal. Let's find the product. Hey, this 21-day fix, it's on special. In 21 days, you can lose that first 10 or 15 pounds, and it helps you with portion control, and Shakeology is going to help you get your nutrition on track and reorient your body to a healthy lifestyle. So let's get you started. And then they're going to say no. And I want you to say no. You're doing this now. I just got off the phone with the CEO, and he told me to tell you, no, you are doing this now. Well, I wasn't ready to do this now. I don't care. I just spent my time finding out what your goal is, so you are doing this now. Get your credit card out. I'm not quite ready. Get your credit card out, and let's do this now. And in 30 days, we're going to look at it again and see how it went. The bag will be empty. You will have had all the shakes, and we'll see. If you didn't get results, you get your money back, and it's done. But I don't want to have the same conversation with you in 30 days to say, are you ready to start living now? So that's what you're going to do. When you hang up, you close your computer, I'm asking you to not mess around with busy work. Get right to it. Use what's fresh here and find somebody's goal. Line them up with the product that works for them. You got the specials right now on 22-minute hardcore, 21-day fix extreme, 21-day fix, and get them started. And try that. And send me a message or something. Let me know how it goes. Tell them they are starting now. Let's do this for people. Let's make it count. You're putting all this effort into it. Let's feel good about it. Because, by the way, you're going to do that, and it's going to feel weird, and it's going to feel like, am I allowed to do this? And just be a coach. That's what a coach does. You push people to do things that they couldn't do under their own power. That's the power of a great coach. So be that coach. Okay, guys, you're awesome. Have a great day.
Thank you. We'll see you at Summit.
All right, you got it. See you in Nashville.
Bye.
Bye.